Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closures.io, where we explore the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Milan Kohut, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced, the lessons learned, and the strategies fueling future growth. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Lisa Carter, the founder and driving force behind Peak Wave Studio, where she leads smart, scalable marketing and technology solutions tailored for small businesses. Her work centers on turning visionary ideas into impactful marketing marvels, blending creativity with strategic precision to help brands grow efficiently and authentically. Lisa's mission is to ignite dreams and craft success by delivering personalized, results driven marketing without the overhead of traditional agencies. We're excited to have her share insight on building brands that truly move markets. With that being said, Lisa, let me officially welcome you to Founders Future.
Thank you so much, Milan. I'm really excited to be here. This is my first time on a podcast, and I'm honored.
Oh, I love that. Happy to have you anytime. Awesome. Let's dive in. I always love to start at the very beginning. So please go ahead and take us back in time. Before you even had your company, what were you doing before? What were you up to? And then eventually, what motivated you to start the company?
Sure. It actually has its roots in my childhood. My parents owned two 24/7 businesses, a bail bond agency and an alarm company. And the alarm company was in another town, so I didn't work in that. But in the bail bond agency, I started out when I was learning the alphabet, filing bail bond powers in strict alphabetical order. By age 10, I was interviewing people to co-sign for bail bonds and qualifying them. It's just like qualifying someone for a loan and negotiating payment terms with them and then dispatching my parents sometimes in the middle of the night when the answering service couldn't reach them. That kind of immersive experience really shaped me. I learned resilience, how to listen to and help people under stress. Also, I learned how important customer service and trust are in business. Later in my career in 1990, I was recruited by one of the big eight accounting firms, Pricewaterhouse, as an auditor in their close knit emerging enterprise division in Boulder, Colorado, which I enjoyed immensely. But on my first engagement, I found myself enjoying consulting with the client on the efficiency of their accounting systems more than doing the auditing. And I knew then that my dream was to, instead of working in my family's businesses, was to be a consultant to small businesses because I saw how hard my parents worked and knew that if they had gotten that kind of consulting, they would not have had to work so hard and still been successful. So after a year at Pricewaterhouse, immersed in businesses in a wide variety of industries and gaining priceless insight into what made them tick, I went to law school to become a better consultant. So I honed my research and writing skills, critical thinking skills. I competed in negotiation competition and took second place, and writing competition and took second place. That was very competitive, but I took a pretty relaxed attitude towards law school because I didn't want to stress too much. After law school, I went and worked for my father in his alarm business as operations manager, and I found that his company was really behind the times in terms of technology and marketing. And I tried my best to help him, but he was stuck in his ways, and the company was just resistant to change. So I left and I co founded an online accounting and bookkeeping firm, Dynamic Data Management, in 1998. This was at a time when banks were just beginning to roll out online banking. So we were really ahead of the times because we offered secure online access to their financial statements, and they could drill down clicking all the way to an actual invoice or source document that we had scanned in as a PDF. And I was in charge of sales and marketing, and I found that's where my passion and my skills really lied. And I was selling
Mm.
so many clients that my partner couldn't scale the business to accommodate them. And one thing I noticed when I was working, I would work at the client's office to do part of the onboarding process. And I noticed that there was a gap between their marketing execution and their business foundation. They were either being told to just market more or they were drowning in operations with no bridge between strategy and executions. And I also noticed that when I worked with nonprofits for many years after that, and this is what inspired me to create Peak Wave Studio. Our mission has always been to help businesses grow sustainably by connecting those dots, consulting, strategy, and execution under one roof.
Love it. Love it. Lisa, this was very much in detail. I appreciate it. It definitely sounds like you've had a lot of interesting experiences. Now, let's switch to your business today. So, the way I love to put it is just help our listeners understand who do you help and what do you help them with?
Okay. At first, when we started in 2021, we offered more general creative and marketing services, websites, branding, social content, but we quickly realized that many businesses needed something deeper before execution. They needed diagnosis, strategy, and sometimes even new business models or new revenue streams. So we developed what we call our marketing mechanics framework. And that's because we call ourselves marketing mechanics because we believe that every business is designed to be a high performance engine, just like a Porsche, for example. And so,
Mm.
just like Porsche, we believe in precision and engineering to accomplish your objectives. And so we go in and we diagnose their sales process, customer journey, and retention systems. Then we tune up their growth engine with business innovation, new revenue streams, partnerships, product or service evolution, and also, sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. In the tune up, oh, if they need any technology such as onboarding, automation, or anything that will make their customer journey smoother, we offer software and mobile app development as well. And only after all of that do you get marketing execution, things like ads, content, campaigns, and social media. We found that when
Mm.
businesses try to jump straight to the top to execution of marketing, which is what most marketing agencies do with them, they waste money and get frustrated. But if they start with strategy, then innovate, and only then execute, the results stick. And that's now our core differentiator.
Interesting, interesting. And this definitely sounds like there's a huge variety of services that you provide. I'm just curious, are you delivering on all of those services by yourself and by having some internal teams, or did you just partner up with other agencies to actually deliver on all of that? Or how does that work?
Sure. I started out with a digital marketing expert from Bangladesh, Robin, and he was with me for the first 3 years, but he didn't quite understand the US market. And so we didn't see eye to eye on the marketing for our agency. And so I ended the partnership and I had a really difficult time finding another partner. People didn't want to put in the sweat equity that's necessary when you're a founder. And eventually, I found Mark Moran, who is a sales coach and expert salesman who has also run 25-person sales teams when he was doing Verizon cell phone business to business sales. And so I took him on as a partner. And before that, our first client, when I was still with Robin, was my mother. And she's a health coach and personal fitness therapist. And she was so impressed that she wanted to join our journey. And so she joined us, and she brings over 40 years of entrepreneurial expertise in all aspects of running a business in technology and healthcare. So she brings a very holistic influence to our services. I also have, my strategy has been to identify and vet strategic partners, and they are beyond freelancers. They are established companies that offer their services to us at a discount, and then we mark the services up and sell them to our clients. And they
Mhm.
work very closely with us. They are part of our team. We are very close knit. And so it's as if they are employees, but they're not, which keeps our prices low because we don't have to pay payroll taxes and benefits and vacation time and all those kinds of things. and they are experts in their fields with an average of 10 years of experience. And so instead of one person spreading themselves thin in a company, you get a whole team with senior led projects by experienced people.
Yeah, I love that. Amazing. Okay, now I want to switch to a little bit of the back end side of things, right? Now, when it comes to client acquisition, what are you currently doing to bring in more clients?
The number one thing we've done is in-person networking, and that's been me. And I belong to our local Chamber of Commerce here in Evergreen, Colorado, which is very active. They have at least one networking function a week, and I obtained many clients from them. And we're about to join the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in Denver because I speak Spanish, and I worked with one Spanish speaking business owner who had a print photo company. And I realized that they need cultural competence and help reaching the American market in a way that resonates with Americans. And we plan to target them. We also have done social media ads, and we are working with a sales strategist who is an expert in designing systemized sales. And so we'll have a reliable and repeatable sales system, and that will include a lead magnet. Currently, we've just rolled out, we're in the process of rolling out actually, our 48-hour growth plan. And what happens is the potential client takes a 10-minute questionnaire and answers questions about their business, and it really
Mhm.
dives into their industry nuances and how their business is designed to perform at peak levels and where it's performing now. And then we give them a growth plan with two quick wins they can implement within 7 days and a 90-day strategy and for growth. And that is the basis for a blueprint for us as the marketing mechanics in a strategy session to engineer peak performance for their growth engine.
I love it. Okay, awesome. That sounds exciting. Now, when it comes to that sales partner that you just described, is this just somebody who's going to help you with the strategy, or is it somebody that you're using to build your internal sales team with, or how is that partnership?
Oh, she's a consultant.
Oh,
She's
consultant.
gonna be
I
working
gotcha.
with us. She's gonna be working with us for 4 months. I met her just this last week at the Colorado Startup and Innovate conference, and she is incredible. And that's why we're
Mhm.
signing up with her. Mark is a sales expert, and we've been doing fine, but she brings a whole new level to
Yeah,
what
I
we're
love that for
doing.
you. Yeah, it definitely sounds exciting. Awesome. Lisa, we're gonna switch to the future. So if you think about your business, let's say 6 or 12 months down the road, what are some of the goals, targets, revenue, milestones that you have set for yourself? Whatever comes to mind.
Sure, we have three. We want to build a predictable inbound pipeline through SEO, the sales strategy, partnerships, and thought leadership. The second thing we want to do is scale our growth plan retainer because that's where clients see the deepest impact. There is software called Virtual Focus Pro that gives you the benefit of a focus group without all the expense and work that's involved in putting a focus group together. It creates avatars of your target audience, and they give you the feedback that person in that role would give you. And we have found that this growth plan resonates very deeply. They want to see a strategic plan for their business. They want to see what their strengths are so that they can leverage them and what their weaknesses are and so they can overcome them. And the third thing is establish our marketing mechanics as a recognized framework so people immediately associate peak waves with that approach.
I love it. I love it.
And
Awesome.
as
Mhm.
far as revenue targets and growth drivers, our goal is to roughly double or triple our retainer client base. The key drivers will be refining our lead generation, growing referrals, and expanding strategic partnerships with complementary service providers. I'm doing that through Alignable, which is an online networking organization similar to LinkedIn, but it's much more personal. You go to Smart Networking, Smart Network, Smart Connect, they're called networking, speed networking events, but it's not that fast. You spend about 7 or 8 minutes with up to 7 or 8 people in an hour, and you really get, it's all about building relationships. And you can connect with referral partners who are in complementary businesses and serve the same audience you do and refer business to each other. And also, you reach potential clients as well.
Amazing. Awesome. Lisa, at this point, I'm going to ask you one last question, and this is actually one of my favorite questions ever. But it seems like you've been around the block and you've been in the business for quite some time. So I'm very curious if you could magically snap your fingers and sit across the table from yourself, but this would be yourself from years ago. What would be the best piece of advice that you would give yourself? And this could be business related, this could be personal, whatever comes to your mind.
And to myself, at what age?
Again, this could be yourself at the beginning of your business career.
Okay,
Yep.
I would say it is to listen actively. And the best thing that I ever found out about myself that has really helped me a lot is when I was an extreme athlete and I worked with an Olympic certified coach. And after a year of working with me, he told me that I had the gifts of a laser focus of an Olympic athlete and the gifts of a coach, which are a rare combination. And so that allows me to quickly use that laser focus to grasp the vision of our clients and then coach them in what they want and are able to do and have the time to do and then implement the rest for them. And so really listening to what the client needs and dialing in their vision, their what peak performance looks like for them, and then helping them to do what they want to do in the way that they want to do it with your advice at the heart of it.
I love it. So active listening. Love
Yes,
that. Awesome.
absolutely.
Awesome. All right. I feel like this pretty much wraps up another insightful episode of Founders Future. So a huge thank you to you, Lisa, for taking the time and sharing your journey with us. Now, if somebody wanted to reach out, connect with you, perhaps even work with you, what is the best way to go about that?
Lisa at peakwavestudio.com. Peakwav as in Victor ES studio.com. That's the easiest way to reach me. I'm also on WhatsApp, and our phone number's on our website.
Awesome. Amazing. Now, for our listeners, if today's conversation inspired you as well, be sure to subscribe to Founders Future on your favorite platform. And if you're a business owner, more specifically a coach, consultant, or an agency owner, and you're looking to scale your business and really enhance your marketing and sales efforts, be sure to visit closers.io to get in touch with our team, hop on a call, and discover how exactly we went from zero to over 30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on climbing, and I'll see you on the next one.